Mr. Clark. No, Mr. Clark.
Evening, everyone. All right, so I'm Joseph Clark, 35 South Dearman. So what I'm seeking approval for is just to do a privacy cedar fence on the end of my driveway here, replacing an existing cedar fence that had rotted out and we've since demoed. So it'd be along the north side and then the west side. So it'd be a talk. Go ahead.
Is that a continuation of the fence that's already there?
There was a cedar fence that's there. What we're talking about doing is basically this chain link fence and the cedar fence were right up against one another. So I've already spoken to my neighbor. What we're going to do is take the chain link one down and then put the cedar from here down to the edge and then just make the turn about 16 feet. So it's 32 feet along the north side and then 16 feet along the west side.
Well, what I'm saying is, as it continues past where the new fence is it the same type of fence that's continuing, or?
The same.
If you look at the drawing there, this section, like from here down and from here this way.
This is all like arborvitae right here. There is a chain link fence that's kind of mingled into them, if you will. But if exposed, what you'd actually be able to see is just, it would all be continuous right here.
So
this L
here.
this again is all plantings and everything right here. This is kind of a steeper portion of the hill, which is why we decided to turn the fence there. I have a young daughter, so I was a little worried about it. But then this is more of a gradual hill over here, so this is just going to be plantings. Okay.
Everybody get that? Is this going to be finished in any way?
It'd be finished on both sides. This is what it would look like raw, and then it'd be roughly like this once we stain it. Correct, on both sides.
Oh. Yeah, where did you say that you already have currently the wood fence?
The wood fence, like I said, it was all rotted and falling down. It's already been demoed. But it was...
North side.
It was on the north side, correct. The
So
existing fence did not make the turn.
Okay, yeah, so this is new. This doesn't exist, this they had on the other one.
Yeah.
This is what was existing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You're matching it.
From here down, though, is chain link inside of the so it's not exposed section. Okay, any other questions?
No.
No? Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, next on to the second new matter, ARV 17-56, 5 Hugh Hill Lane, an addition.
My name is Paul Bialos. I'm the architect on the project. It's not an addition. This is a new accessory building in the backyard. So just to orient you, this is I've got photos, I don't know if you can see it. It's a relatively new house, probably about 5 or 6 years old. A big lawn in the backyard that the owners want to take advantage of, make something that they can entertain guests with. They looked at a pool, they looked at a lot of other things. Difficult to get past the planning board, so this project got shrunk tremendously. And we have a small pavilion that is going to be like a half porch-like, and it's going to match the main house, which is kind of which is one of these kind of houses that is very popular with the gray shingles and white trim. And here's the pavilion. It's going to be, that's the most visible elevation, and I've got square classic type columns and some other classic details. Everything's going to be made out of AZAC or polystone, and the solid walls are going to be cedar shingles to match the main house. And then just to give you a little background, so they did go through planning board and zoning board for this project, and I think it was the planning board requested, and it's visible on one of those big site plans, but they did request a additional planting. But as far as visibility, all these sides are going to be completely shrouded in heavy vegetation, and really this faces into the backyard. And I've got photos of
Could you show
neighboring
us
houses.
how that structure is, where it is in relation to the house? Do you have a?
Well, I have a small scale plan here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the back of the house. I guess you could say it's perpendicular to the house. There's some existing patio with a existing barbecue there.
So how is it from the house?
This is, actually, this was the first site plan, then we were over on our coverage, the planning board reduced it slightly. And that's it.
So how would you access it from the house?
You go outside,
Okay,
walk outside, open that gate, hop on in.
okay. Literally.
The Bluestone Walk is near, right?
Yes. There's existing patio, existing bluestone patio, pretty big one. And that's sort of just an extra connector piece to get to the.
So you said there is a plantings plan to shroud the outside of the building?
There's existing trees, I think on that planning board. I printed. Another consultant came out, but, it's just, this tree, sorry, that note, plant two, I'm sorry, 2 years. So that was the planning board looked at that, and they looked at, I guess, how neighbors would view it, and they came up with that as.
And all the trees were back of the structure as well?
No, those are existing, that's photos. It's actually pretty heavily.
Pretty heavy.
Very heavily screened. And so this is. Actually, so that new structure is going to be, is basically going here. There's heavy vegetation, plus so that retaining wall drop, and behind that is even more vegetation come. It's evergreens and cypress trees.
Does this accurately reflect the pathway?
Yes, that was.
As opposed to the other one?
That's what they cut down because I was over on, they demanded less coverage. And then just, in case you're concerned about neighbors. The neighboring house is, that they could, the only people who could possibly see this thing is this house, which is really nice next door. But this is their driveway. And just to give you sort of a orientation shot, I went over there and stood on their driveway.
Is that how?
Yep, it's actually it's over here. So standing from about here, I just took a photograph, and you can see it's pretty. And this is just in the driveway, so like anybody's living space is looking.
Just to clarify, so you're before us just for the hot tub, not the Bluestone Walk.
Correct.
How large area is
It's 9, almost 9.
It's 17. It's 12 by 17.
9, 10, 11, yeah, 6 and a half,
12 by
17.
12 by 17. So that's two. It's on those planning board documents. I think it's 230. Can't do that. Math.
12 by
That's for the engineers. 12 by 16. So it's kind of those two.
Any questions, ladies? Andrew? Okay, do you have a motion to approve the application?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Good to go.
Thank you very much.
Did you want these back?
Am I supposed to take that?
We still like
You
to,
you want
could
to
use
get
it.
rid of your paper. Just be one. I should take that. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, moving right along. We are now at ARB 17-57, 8 Ardsley Terrace, windows.
Good evening. My name is Laura, and I'm representing Daniel May, the architect. He was in an accident this week, so he couldn't make it.
Or could you give us your last name?
Ovale, O-V-A-L-E. So the house is basically going to be changing all of the windows. The windows are going to be clad on the outside and wood on the inside. They're going to be, the divider's going to be 3/4 of an inch, and this, like this, the white Anderson. They're from the Anderson 400 series, and they're going to be tempered glass.
Do you have any elevations to show? First of all, before you flip out of that, that's the,
Yes, this is going to be the proof of the Anderson, the clad on the outside. So front elevation. This is a door that's on the second floor. It's going to be replaced with windows.
okay. Is that a patio?
Yes.
And you're abandoning the use of the patio, or is there another access to this?
No, we're just going to replace it and just close the thick door and just put windows in it.
Okay.
The right side and the rear.
All the windows are being replaced?
Yes.
Doors. Doors as well.
Yeah.
And this is just.
And you're adding 2 bay windows.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Can you show us?
Yeah, right here. And right here.
Are any other major changes from doors to windows or windows to doors?
No, sir.
Okay. And the window color now, is it the same?
Yes.
Brown.
Yes, brown. The alternative regular brown.
Right here.
And now they're going to white?
Yes.
Is that a wood clad house or is it siding?
Yeah, I don't know.
It says stucco. It says it's stucco. It says stucco elevations no changing color.
Is that what you're saying?
It says stucco and no changing color. It says of the elevations.
So it's the white versus the dark, it's not going to be an issue. No. Okay, so I have a motion to approve the application? Second. Second, all in favor?
Have a good night.
Thanks. On to ARB 17-58, 36 Riverview Road, also windows?
Good evening. I'm Richard Caden, the architect for the Fishers, and they're finishing their basement with an addition of a bedroom down in the basement, which requires an egress window. So this is all about an egress window, basically extending the sill about a foot below the existing proposed. It's in the bay window section.
my only question, why did they choose the side window and not the middle one for symmetry or maybe?
That's like
It's
the
more,
$1
it's
question.
actually more about how they want to furnish the inside of the room. If they wanted to put a little chest of drawers or something.
It looks like there's a
in the
TV
middle.
in front of it.
A TV or a chest of drawers or something along those lines. So, and this is pretty much tucked up right underneath the step, so it's not very visible.
Any other questions? Okay. Andrew? We have a motion to approve the application? Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
So you have to
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. The ones that are stamped,
They'll be, I will execute them and they'll be available. I do, yep.
Okay.
They'll be executed, they'll be in the the building department tomorrow morning.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yep. Okay. All right, and finally, we have ARB 17-59, 31 Arlington Avenue. Windows also? Yep. Guess everybody's getting ready for the winter.
New windows. Good evening, Robert Howard, representing the Tobiases. We're proposing, there's an interior renovation in the house, and during renovation, proposing to replace 3 double-hung windows with French sliders to mimic the sliders that are on the room next door in the sunroom. And they're relocating a kitchen door and just putting it in the back of the garage to allow access and removing an existing greenhouse.
Okay.
The French sliders we're purchasing are a wood unit. The Geldwin architectural series window, which is, it's a nice unit, similar to the Anderson 400 series.
My first issue is I have nothing in writing as to what you're replacing. If you have cut sheets or something that could be included with the application today, we can consider it, but at this point.
This is, sorry, Ed didn't, this is my first time here, Ed didn't tell me that you needed these before, I apologize.
So these are going to be new, the sliders are the new
The
ones?
sliders are
The
new.
replacement of the windows?
There are 3 windows,
And this is existing?
that's existing. Three French doors, 2 fixed and 1 operable.
Why are there not divided lights in the new doors?
Yeah.
Well, I talked to them about that before I came here tonight. They said if you guys wanted divided lights, they would be willing to put the divided lights. They wanted the light bright open. They requested not to have divided lights. They thought they were picking up the picture window that exists in the bay window in the kitchen. I understand the issue architecturally. This was the client's wishes, but as I said, they said they would add the divided lights if you guys so preferred.
And out of curiosity, why did they do sliders instead of swing, having the other room swing door?
I'm not sure. Aesthetically, they'll read the same. I think French doors mostly swing inside, and it would interrupt the use of the space on the inside. It's the dining room there.
So that's a dining room and the existing is like a family room?
It's just a sunroom.
Sunroom.
Okay. Do we have a consensus as
They
to,
want a big opening, parking.
do we have a consensus as to divided or undivided?
Back of the house.
I think
Back,
they're-
yeah.
yeah.
It's back.
I find it better with the lights, but it's personal preference. I mean,
On the front of the house, I would have
Design, sure.
urged them to put the divided
but it's
lights.
also, since they are not connected, the sunroom and that dining room is not, they are not open, it won't,
Right,
wouldn't
it
bother me.
it won't.
If it was open, I would say,
Yeah, the
I would highly recommend it.
existing rear is here, and these 3 windows will become the sliders. And the greenhouse comes off, and actually this door is being relocated just for access out of the
I will,
I was just curious about the greenhouse, so that's part of this application, removing.
We're
the
just
greenhouse.
removing it, and we're leaving the existing flagstone patio underneath it.
Do you have any idea how old the greenhouse is, just out of curiosity?
How old?
Because there's quite a few greenhouses attached to the homes in that area.
I don't know how old it is. It was definitely added.
it doesn't look like a wooden burner, but that's what you think.
No, yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
It's not a good
Yeah,
one.
it's not a good one, yeah.
Okay. Do we have, well, what I'm gonna ask you to do is just sign both of these and date these, because they will become part of the documents.
Sorry about that.
No problem. And we'll go with the 2 copies that go to the building department that I have to execute later. So.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the application as amended with the inclusion of the door
So moved.
nomenclature? Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Take some paperwork back with you.
Oh, perfect. Yes, please.
Okay, just,
That fell off your desk.
okay, just, I think the ladies have both seen this, I don't know whether or not you've seen this. The village wants to inform us that there was that's the new information for the train station area.
Rezoning for
Yeah,
our
the
train
rezoning.
station, which is before the board on Monday, November 6th.
Again. Anybody have any new issues, old issues?
No, I've been watching the project across the street.
What-
Oh, this up here on Main Street?
Yeah.
They're actually doing a nice job, the guys doing it. Yeah. I don't know how they're building this.
Oh, you're talking about the,
It looks better than the drawings.
It'll be fine. The reality,
Those
you can't
yours?
see much of it.
Yeah,
Can't see much of it.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
you too.
with the tree in front, but it
Yeah, the tree's
balanced,
really
right?
close.
Are you?
Yeah, it's big.
I can now see why
It's a
they're
lot of-
hesitant to keep that tree. It's really right up against the patio.
It's a lot of bulk.
Yes,
They'll probably
They
trim it.
got their way. I mean,
but
but it looks reasonable.
you agree?
Yeah,
I
it
thought
looks
so too.
reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the finish is looking a little.
Yeah. But that
Maybe
is,
they can change the
that is,
sign, right?
that is a big porch though. Phew. But here's what it is. All right. With no further business, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. We're good?
Thank you, Rick. You can
Thank you.
get back to your wife and her birthday.
Yeah.
Yes,
She
happy
was at her,
birthday to her.
her brothers and sisters.
Are you headed there?
Brothers, no. No, we celebrated last night. Yeah, dinner and had my family.